What's it really like to stay in a $1,200 club level room in Disney World?
Come with us to tour Disney's Garden Suites here at Disney's BoardWalk Resort.
Staycation,
I'm so excited,
staycation.
I'm so excited.
This is Emma and my honeymoon.
Yeah, we're thrilled. We're thrilled. If they get it, they get it. If you don't, you don't.
Today, Emma and I have a reservation at the Garden Suites, which are these super romantic special rooms. They are made for two as kind of a romantic getaway, so perfect for Emma and I. And we have one of these rooms tonight to fully show you what some of these specialty suites look like, as well as take you through the club level amenities that you might find at a Disney World hotel. So whether you are looking into club level or are not looking into club level at all and just want to come along for the ride, we are going to have a great time.
Oh my gosh, MTV, what are you doing here? I'm super excited to see you guys though. Like, come on, let's check out my crib. Come in through the gate. Be super careful. This is my garden.
Oh, wow.
I've been planting it pretty much since I was born.
Oh, since you were born?
Yeah, I'm kind of a botanist. All right, you guys are gonna be blown away. This is something simple. My dad built it. Let's check it out. Okay, so I'm up here, and we're gonna talk about the upstairs in just a second, but I think that we should start downstairs. You ready?
Yeah. Hey, girl. Oh. Hey. All right, so when you come in from outside, you enter into the living room space. Now, these rooms are designed for two guests, probably a couple. There's one king bed. This is not a sofa bed. I ran into a very nice AllEars fan couple, Julia and Don. Shout out to you guys, who are also staying in a cottage. So that's kind of who it's kind of geared towards. Specifically, Julia and Don are who these rooms are made for. In your living area, you got this couch, which is a really nice little L-shaped couch. It's very comfortable. We will, of course, do couch science slightly before bed science, probably before I go upstairs. We've also got a coffee table here that comes with your take-along guide to the magic, which is awesome for just having information about all the different parks and Disney Springs and things to do. Then over here, you have a little end table next to the couch that has one of your room phones with all of your buttons you might need. Now, this is a club level room, which means when you hit this concierge button, it's gonna access the Innkeepers Lounge for you. The Innkeepers Lounge is the club level lounge, and it has its own staff dedicated to the club level service. We have already spoken to the Innkeepers staff several times because we were put in a room that didn't have a loft, and we wanted a loft for this video, so we asked. They were happy to put us in a room with a loft. So the Inkeeper staff is amazing and wonderful, and you can call them with just a touch of the button from this phone. We also have this lamp, which is a cute little tree branch lamp that has a little cricket. Then you also have a desk if you need to do any work, which I will be doing some work here tomorrow. I'll be making the AllEars schedule for the next month or so, sitting at this desk in the morning. It's got one of those like super thin desk drawers, which is hard to put things in, but then you put things in it and then you don't remember that they're in there. And it's got Hey Disney. Hey Disney is the Amazon Alexa voice assistant, where it comes muted when you get into your room, and if you're uncomfortable with it, you can unplug it, but you can unmute it and you can say, Hey Disney, start the magic, and Hey Disney will explain some of its features to you. It has plenty of features like things that are fun, like telling a joke or soundscapes or telling stories, but it can also tell you the weather, park hours, and even answer questions. I really enjoy Hey Disney, but I know a lot of people are a little weird about a voice assistant in their hotel room. You absolutely can unplug it. The plugs have been accessible every time I have seen Hey Mickey in a hotel room, so something to keep in mind. It also will be muted when you arrive. You have your thermostat, which you can control, as you can probably tell, because it was set on 68 when we got in here, and now it's on 74 because Emma was cold.
Emma, you put your sweater on.
You've got a TV down here. Now, both of the TVs in this room are smart TVs, which means you can cast to them. They have a lot more functionality than some of the older TVs that you'll find in Disney World. As you might guess, these rooms have been updated along with the rest of BoardWalk. BoardWalk is undergoing a major refurbishment right now, with a lot of the hallways getting refurbishments. The rooms are getting refurbished. There's new restaurants. You can learn all about the refurbishments in the recent full tour of BoardWalk that just went up on the channel. But this room is included in those refurbishments as having some newer touches to it. You've got a little TV stand here that has some of your storage space. Both cabinets have the same 2 shelves in them, so plenty of space to toss some bags or anything you might need to in there. One of the more unique amenities of these rooms, I've actually never seen this in any Disney hotel room except for this one, is that there are umbrellas for loan. There are 2 full-size umbrellas for loan in here that you can use if it is raining and you need to head to the lobby, which is amazing. I love that. I hate standing in the rain. You also have outlets around the room that are regular outlets as well as USB, and I've even seen some USB-C outlets, so you can plug USB-C in. This is Emma's bag, which your room won't have, but she has no respect for filmmaking.
Mom got me that bag.
Emma's bag is in this blue chair, which we will do chair science, of course. We've also got this cool lamp that's cool and exciting and fun. Your entry door is it's like 2 glass pane doors, window pane doors, where you can look out on your garden. The blinds do close completely. And interestingly, there is this big window up high, which is directly across from the loft where the bed is. And this window has a shade, which you can open and close using this electric switch over here. You can just open and close it. It takes a while. No, I'm making them sit through it. They need to know. We're down. Yeah, that's the shade. So you can put a shade on over that window so that you don't have light streaming in the morning. Now these rooms don't have full kitchens, not that you need them with club level. We will get more into that. But they do have a couple of different amenities. Right here are actually some things that we got at check-in. We will be showing off the club level lounge and showing off club level check-in and what that's like. But right at check-in, they gave us this little paper, this page that lets us know that like all of the food and beverage offerings that you'll find complimentary in the club level lounge. We got this envelope that was addressed to us, and inside there's this embossed golden Mickey card that then has a sweet welcome note signed by the Innkeepers Club staff. We actually already met Rizelle, Stephanie, and JJ today, and they were absolutely lovely. They also gave us this card, another thank you note from the entire Innkeeper staff that is signed by every single one of them, actually signed. Amazing touches. And as a welcome to the Innkeepers Club, you get a taste of their saltwater taffy from the oldest candy store on the BoardWalk. And this is taffy from Shriver's in New Jersey. Or Shrivers? New Jerseyans, you're gonna have to tell me in the comments how to pronounce this. And Emma, you're gonna review this taffy on camera.
Throw it to me.
Oh, you're gonna do it right now?
Yeah.
All right. My favorite thing about this little area is that it actually has kind of like a really nice backsplash, and I love the sconces in here. But a couple of different things that you have access to. You've got this sort of shelving unit. Now this is not accessible. It's like a supply closet for the room most likely, so you can't get into that, but you can get these little shelves you have access to. You've got a microwave, which is not typical in non-timeshare rooms at Disney hotels, so that's really exciting, because if you steal a lot of snacks from the Inkeeper Club, it's not stealing. But like if you hoard an ungodly amount of snacks in your pockets, you could microwave them later.
I have an Uncrustable in my bag.
She literally tried to put multiple Uncrustables in her bag. She didn't mean to. She only wanted one, but she kept forgetting she had put an Uncrustable in there already. Also in the kitchen, you've got a very deep sink, a sponge, a washcloth, and some dish soap if you have any like dishes or anything really you need to wash if you buy a souvenir cup. Under the sink, you've got your trash and recycling bin. Just next door to that, you have your fire extinguisher, very important. And just next to that, you have your mini fridge, which is really more of a beverage cooler. It cools things to 41 degrees. But this is one of the larger ones, so you can get actually a solid amount of like food and beverages in this cooler. You've got a Keurig coffee machine with plenty of K-cups for both tea and coffee, decaf, whatever you want, with the cups to go with it, and here is your ice box. Then we arrive at our first bathroom of the room. Downstairs, it is a half bath with just a commode, a sink that is pretty nice. You've got some of your bath products in here, including body lotion and bath soap, and a mirror where you can see me do this. As well as like this nice decorative wall light. All right, and then to get upstairs, you've got this staircase. It is like an L-shaped staircase that goes right up. They're pretty shallow stairs. They're not overly steep, but these stairs are a bit narrow, and if you have any mobility issues, it's just something to be aware of. They do have accessible options. We were in an accessible room originally, so there are accessible cottage options too. And that's the downstairs. Now, over to Emma to check out the upstairs.
Oh, I caught it. One, I can't believe I caught that. Two, let's talk about the upstairs.
Did you guys know that Emma and I are elite athletes?
I think they could tell.
Yeah, me too.
Based on all the challenges we lose.
Yeah.
I think they knew.
And that one time we threw something and the other one caught it.
Let's talk about the upstairs. So first we're going to find the lovely closet. I'm just gonna go right to left. It has your kind of normal Disney things. They actually do have a handheld steamer. This is where your hair dryer is, as well as your safe and your extra pillows and blanket. But what is kind of extra nice, I feel like, is we have 2 Disney robes as well as slippers, which you don't always find in Disney World rooms. So we are very excited about these. Immediately here to our left, we have a lovely lamp. You're gonna find 2 of them, 1 on each side of the bed. I know, you're overwhelmed, but it's okay, because they're really pretty. You're also going to find your plugins and things on each side of the bed, which I really like, because there's even a port for USBs. The doors themselves are pretty spacious. There's actually 2 on each side of the bed as well. Next here is the bed. Of course, it's really lovely and large, and what I really love is right here on top is Mickey and Minnie. They look so nice and lovely. So right here at the foot of the bed is where you're going to, I'm sorry, my taffy trash. Sorry, okay. You're going to find, is this an ottoman? What would you call this?
A bench.
A bench? It's just a bench?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's a really nice bench, and I've been sitting on it for a long time, and I really like it. It's comfortable, it's a good place to put your bags, and there's a lot of space underneath it, so you can also put your bags there. Now, underneath the bed, there is tons of storage. It looks like your suitcases could easily slide underneath here, which I really like, because as big as this is, there's not a dresser, so it's nice to just be able to get all of this out of the way, because if you're anything like me and you don't unpack, I just kind of slide things back and forth, and that's nice and convenient. Here we have another nightstand, the exact same as this one, but this one does have a phone. Here further to the left is where you're going to find a nice lovely big TV, so it's exciting that you have 2. And then not a dresser per se, but lots of room for storage. And the drawers are small but pretty deep. Did you notice that we have buttons for our fans? I think that's what these are. It's lighting up green. Maybe I'm lying to the people because the fan's not turning on. But it says air control. Okay, well there's a button and I think I'm doing it wrong. And then finally there is the bathroom upstairs. So first there's the vanity with a massive mirror, double sinks, which is very nice, and the Disney Resort H2O products. Technically they still say H2O, but Disney's phasing that out. But so far we've not seen any differences in the product. We've just seen changes in label, which I was very excited about, because if you're anything like me, I love the H2O stuff. Double sinks with outlets on each side, so you can all do your hair and get ready as needed. Lots of space underneath as well for extra bags and things. Also, there is another mirror on the back of the door, which is very exciting and we really love. And it takes you into our last little space, which is the bathroom upstairs that does have a lovely, massive walk-in shower. Now here to the left is where you're going to find the lovely, massive tub that I'm personally very excited about. But what I think is the neatest and weirdest thing is this window porthole that you can now see downstairs. Quincy, where are you? Downstairs. I can only see your feet. And so I can take a bath and wave at Quincy. Yeah, absolutely. I can actually see the TV, which I think is even cooler. Yeah, I can see the bed, but now I'm gonna watch Percy Jackson from the bathtub, which is kind of a dream. Wow. Yeah. And that's pretty much the upstairs.
Room checked out.
We didn't check out, we just checked in. I couldn't resist. Okay, let's go.
We're now headed to check out those club level offerings. This is kind of a major perk. It is one that I actually have never experienced before, staying club level in any hotel, much less in Disney World. And club level in Disney World can be a great option if you are looking for a splurge, or maybe you're willing to cut down on a night that you stay in exchange for paying for club level. And you might be thinking, Quincy, why would I do that? The rooms are only a little bit nicer. Well, the answer is for the club level lounges. To the Innkeepers Lounge. All right, so now we are staying in the Garden Suites, which are down on the first floor of the hotel, but concierge level is actually the fourth floor. And typically when you stay in concierge, you stay in a part of the hotel that is completely exclusive to the concierge area. We're gonna head up a surprisingly not aesthetic staircase.
Shh, cover their eyes.
Don't look. I'm gonna let you look at it. This is the staircase, sorry. It was 4 flights. That's not nothing.
It was 4 flights. That's true.
So this is the Innkeepers Club. We're gonna be pretty quiet because people's rooms are up here. But I'm out of breath. But we have we came up the back way, but we will go around to the front and show you where you'll arrive for the Innkeepers Club when you're first checking in. So when you arrive at the Innkeepers Club, it's weird. It's on the fourth floor. You have to follow signs. It's like tucked away in a corner. Emma didn't believe me earlier that the hallways we were walking down.
I was like, how are we going down these random?
But just follow signage and you'll arrive at the Innkeepers Club. Your room will be most likely in the Innkeepers Club, including the Steeplechase Suite, which is one of the kind of landmark suites of this hotel. That was the Innkeeper staff, JJ. He's been wonderfully helpful with us today. But you check in with them. That's where we got our card and a little piece of paper and everything. And then your room key is going to be your access to the Innkeepers Lounge area, both your hallway, if your room is up here, and the Innkeepers Lounge itself, the Innkeepers Club. Oh, you're doing a room key thing.
Yeah,
I was like, what? I thought you were doing like Vanna White, but it was crazy what you were doing with your wrist. Now, BoardWalk is not the only hotel with a concierge level. There are several, and we'll go over that in just a second, other club level options.
I forgot to bring my bag so we could fill it with stuff.
Very exciting developments here in the Innkeepers Club is that the sweet woman who is working right now, the lounge, we asked her, we were filming the menu on the way in, or the hours, and she was like, are you going to film the food? And we were like, yeah, like if that's okay. We thought she was going to tell us, like, if we could refrain, which of course is fine. She said, let me make it look really pretty first, and then made the food pretty for our videos. That is so nice. And they're playing Coco. I'm having a crisis because I can't pay to stay in club level all the time, but what am I gonna do after this? All right, so throughout the day at the Innkeepers Lounge, there will be different sort of snack beverage offerings depending on what time you arrive. Right now, it's one of the heavier services of the day. This is the hors d'oeuvres and select beverages service, which frankly, this is enough for me to have dinner. They have shrimp with polenta, they had meatball sliders, mac and cheese, mushroom fried rice, plenty of veggies with hummus. They have these little salad-like spoons, which are great. It all looks very amazing. Both Emma and I kind of loaded up.
I've been eating. And she was like, this is enough for me for dinner. This is my appetizer round.
We're very different people from one another. The beverages right now, and when we were in here earlier, they had some of these things. They had the beers in the case and the juices. They also have a full fancy Nespresso for espresso. There's also hot coffee all the time, hot tea, hot chocolate juices. They have pitchers of Pog juice out, and obviously I got some because I love Pog juice. That's passion orange guava, and it's like an extremely popular juice that you can typically only find in select restaurants in Animal Kingdom, Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, and at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. But they have just pictures of it here, unlimited, included with your club level stay. They also have unlimited wine and beer included with your club level stay. And later, I think there's going to be liquor out, all included with your club level stay. You literally probably wouldn't need to eat at another restaurant if you didn't want to. You can just stay in the Innkeepers Club. So again, this is the hors d'oeuvres and select beverages service. We are going to check out the desserts and cordial service later tonight as well. So they have liqueurs out. They have Frangelico, Kahlua, Grand Marnier, and Bailey's out for you to use. You can sip them. They've got little cordial glasses. You can throw them in a cup of coffee, however you want to use them. Desserts and cordials, man. Cheers.
Cheers. To caffeinated and non-caffeinated alike.
I'm worried this is going to be too sweet. It's so delicious.
Yeah.
Hey, Emma. What's going on?
I just can't watch Coco.
You turned around at him getting through the TSA.
Because he was able to for the first time, because he's finally near family again.
I hate this movie, man.
No, you don't.
It's one of my favorite movies.
She's carrying her Coco bag right now.
I literally am. I love this movie so much. We've been in the lounge for about 3 hours. Fireworks are happening. Fireworks are happening now, and we just asked if they had any Mickey bars. They usually do. They were out. So she brought us Mickey Premium ice cream sandwiches. They're playing Aladdin.
Happiness.
Happiness. All right, we have left the lounge. We've taken our beverages to go. I have Riesling. She has Sprite. And we're headed back to the room for an evening. We were in there for a really long time.
We were in there for hours.
Yeah,
Just watching movies and snacking.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I just like
We're doing the math.
Why buy a park ticket?
We're doing the math and we're like, if we don't ever eat outside of this again, it's so
Really,
worth
you're
it.
only paying $150 for the room.
We girl mathed
We
the
girl
heck out of
math
that.
real hard on it. We'll explain it to you later.
Yeah.
But we're headed back to the room now. On the way, let's talk about other hotels that have club level. So the deluxe Disney hotels do have club level. You'll find it at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, Disney's Contemporary Resort, Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, and Disney's Wilderness Lodge Resort, as well as just across the way, Disney's Yacht and Beach Clubs, plus obviously BoardWalk. Those are going to be the main club levels, but one moderate resort actually also has club level, and that is Grand Destino Tower at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort, where the deluxe club levels typically start around $700 something a night for the cheapest club level rooms. The club level rooms at Grand Destino Tower start a little below $500 a night. Much, much cheaper for you to experience club level. So if you would like us to try out that club level option as well to see what the differences are, go ahead and let us know in the comments. Or if there are any club level offerings that you want to see, you can let us know in the comments as well, and we will be happy to check those out.
Now, one thing we were curious about, because we have also never gotten to stay club level, is room service. Room service used to be a lot more available, I guess I would say, before the pandemic. Deluxe resorts, they had them. It was room service galore. Okay, there was a room service on every doorstep.
I delivered room service. Emma delivered room service.
He, she, we
Delivered
room service. It was everywhere. And then COVID took away pretty much everything. And that was one of them. And that's one of the things that never really came back. So it came, you're not letting me finish.
They came it back.
They took it away twice?
Yeah, they brought it back at certain resorts like Yacht and Beach Club. And they were like, room service is back. And then they took it away again. And they were like, JK, just one place.
Well, that's good to know. What I was gonna say is that it is available in one spot in Disney World over at the Grand Floridian. Unfortunately, we did ask them tonight and it is not available even with the concierge at the club level, but they did say if you want, you can take as much as you need from
Innkeepers Club.
Innkeepers Club. And if you wanted, you could bring the glasses and plates and different cutlery, leave it in your room, or you can even put it outside of your room for housekeeping to grab the next day, but unfortunately they cannot bring it to you. So something to consider. I do think that for as much as you're paying, it might be a nice perk to have, but unfortunately it's not one right now.
Emma, stop.
Bed science.
We forgot bed science. Move your computer.
Well,
This was an unconventional method of bed science.
it was nervous bed science, but I felt good about
Me
it.
too.
I like that I led that charge.
I'm also really happy with the face down bed science is a new method.
It really put us on the line.
The Superman bed science, you never, like, your face could die if it's a bad
But
bed.
you know what?
Good bed.
Good bed.
Good bed.
It was a good bounce.
It's a good bounce.
But still firm.
And you know what I feel right now? Cradled.
Yeah.
Like my legs are like sitting in two little leg pockets.
Yeah.
Emma's gonna hate these pillows because they're really soft.
Kermit's downstairs.
But I really like them because they're really soft. You running by in the background. I'm a like a plush pillow girl where there's still some support, but it really like sucks you in, and that's what I'm getting from this. A lot of head sinkage, and Emma luckily brought Kermit, so she'll have him. But I'm feeling very optimistic about this bed, and we will certainly see how it feels in the morning. And tomorrow we'll do the promised chair and couch science too, and also some more concierge club level science. We've obviously had a great time with club level today, but we haven't done enough of the offerings to know if it's actually like worth that splurge. So we'll continue doing some investigating. We are probably going to watch Eurovision Song Contest.
For Shoreline of Love should win.
Yes. And it really interesting that these two yahoos, these two dummies from Iceland, are trying to go up against Limkov.
But it's their dream.
It's their dream.
So.
But they are no line of love.
What are they talking about?
Anyway, we're gonna go to sleep now for extended 8 hours bed science. We're gonna wrap up some work, go to bed.
And see you at concierge, 6:30 a.m.
6:30 a.m.
We're taking away your coffee privileges. So you need to be on time.
I second that. Good night. How did you just get here before us?
We left.
We saw you. We were like in the room and you were still asleep.
That's so weird.
We're on time. We're not late. We said we were going to be here at this time. So breakfast is like a continental breakfast. There are some like fruit and pastry options, bagel options. There are these things called doodle donuts, which are cake batter rolled in like sugar and butter. And we didn't get any. And sweet Lorenzo, one of the staff members here at the Inkeepers Club, told us that that was a farce and went and got us a to-go box and put 6 doodles in it. So we now have doodle muffins. Thank you, Lorenzo. Then there's also hot items like grits, oatmeal, bacon, eggs, plant-based sausage. Earlier they had quiche Lorraine. I went with oatmeal and grits because I couldn't pick, and there are no rules. Obviously that unlimited pitcher of pog juice is still in full play here, and you've got coffee as well as an espresso. The coffees even have syrups like peppermint, caramel, vanilla, that you can choose from. Basically, I love it here. We cannot this time spend many hours here. All right, we're heading out. This is my last meal in the Inkeepers Club, but it is not Emma's. And she is going to go through all of the different meals throughout the day, and, we'll show you.
We really only not had one.
Which one did we have?
Lunch.
Well, you're going to have
I'm going to have, well, that's what I meant.
Well, we have to cover them all.
Well, we have to.
First. For the video.
Yeah.
So I've got to go film some other videos, but Emma will be back at lunch to show you what lunch is about, and also just go through how the different meals felt, and like when you would be able to make a meal versus when you wouldn't. But we're headed back to the room now. We got to talk a little bit about pricing. Is this the kind of thing that is feasible, reasonable, worth it? We're going to find out. All right, I just completed shower science. Did you shower?
No.
It was amazing. Tons of, the pressure was awesome. It's great. Anyway, I'm gonna sit in this chair for chair science now. It's just a sciencey morning now that we filled up at breakfast. Better than I expected.
Oh.
But not great.
Okay.
This feels like when you're really tired at the furniture store because your parents won't stop walking around. And so you find a chair in one of the show living rooms and sit down in it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this chair feels like. But the good news is Emma and I spent a lot of time on the couch. So Emma, care to do couch science?
I'm already doing it, babe.
I see that.
And I will say this. I like it. I think it's a comfortable couch. It is soft enough that I sink a little, but it's not like you're feeling the wood of the couch, but it's also not too firm. I could see myself sleeping and taking a good nap on this couch, actually.
Hey, buddy.
My husband calls our couch a time machine because you sit down and then all of a sudden it's hours later.
Yeah.
And I think that this is a time machine.
That's a time machine couch.
We've done all this science and I'm like, ugh, when's lunch? So I think I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did go ahead and pop back in here into the Innkeepers just to kind of show you one more time the offerings and really we've kind of done everything. So we thought that there was more of a middle lunch kind of service, but really it goes straight into snacks. And so we've really talked about, or we've enjoyed all of everything. So let's talk about it though. So we stepped outside. We just finished up having our kind of lunch section before we go meet back up with Quincy. But I just wanted to kind of do a quick recap of everything that is included or everything that you get with the club level. So just as a quick reminder, for when it comes to food, they're going to open starting at 6:30 for coffee. After that, they're going to do a continental breakfast until about 10:30 or so. From then, from like 11 to 4-ish, they have light snacks and drinks. After the light snacks and things, they have hors d'oeuvres and some select drinks. And then after that, they have desserts and cordials until roughly like 11 p.m. So it's pretty much open all day long. You can just stroll in, grab whatever you want. They also have a ton of options that you might not see the snacks and things out, but just ask and they'll grab them for you. They were super, super sweet to us. And they even at one point, there were some kiddos hanging out with their parents in there, and they went to a different section of the hotel and made them the drinks that they want, like specialty drinks, and then brought them back. As much as I love this, I have sat here with my computer for a long time just working. It's been really nice and quiet, and they've played movies the entire time. I think this is great for like a work day if you're, some people will travel while they work remotely, or if you're doing your pool day for like a leisure day. I think that's a great way to kind of spend it, is to go back and forth. But if you're in the parks, it's probably not going to be the best value because it is a little bit of a hassle. So even though you're paying for that food, unless you're already at the resort, it might be more worth it to stay in the parks if you're trying to maximize your time there. But if you're really looking to, you're splurging on club level, and you're like, well, I'm splurging on that, I don't necessarily want to do food, then come back to the resort. But it definitely would be essentially a little bit of a hassle to go back and forth.
So let's first talk a little bit about pricing. So this room cost $1,162 for last night. Yeah, a very expensive room. Now this is sort of one of the specialty rooms. There are only, I would say, 10 of these-ish, maybe 12, and they are these fully like outfitted suites with like a loft. They're very they're like a little cottage. It's like a little cottage. Yeah, they used to be called the Garden Cottages. They're called the Garden Suites now, but they definitely have like a little cottage vibe. You get your garden. It's a very specialty room, so that's why we spent so much today to stay here. Now the cheapest that you can get club level at this resort is with a standard resort view room for, at the cheapest time of year, $897 per night. So still almost $1,000 for the bare minimum to get the club level that we experienced this trip. For reference, a resort view club level room is $897, where a resort view non-club level room is $641. So you're looking at about a $250 difference paying for those club level amenities. So that's kind of standard at BoardWalk no matter what time of year you come. Sometimes it can spike up higher if you're at a busy time. Club level gets even more expensive, but that's kind of what you can expect is like a couple $100 upcharge. Now, we talked about the other club level options, including the one at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort, which has a base club level price of around $450 at the cheapest time of year, of course. That is only $150 more than the same room classification without club level. So you're only paying a $150 upcharge per night to get access to that lounge and the personalized service, which we have discussed.
I think that's worth it.
I have always said that Coronado Springs would be my selection for a staycation because it is a really all-encompassing resort, and I had never considered club level, but knowing that it's only $150 more a night, if I did a staycation, I would do club level. That's basically what I spend to like eat and drink like around Disney World normally.
Especially if you're going to enjoy alcoholic beverages. I think the fact that you were able to get 2 glasses of wine and I got 2 glasses of wine,
and we put liqueur in our we had basically like fancy coffees.
We
that
had
cost
fancy
us
coffees. Like that alone, I think is probably 50 plus.
Oh, for sure.
Then all of our meals that we've had over the last 2 days, I think you'd break even for sure.
And I just think like I would never call club level affordable, but the most affordably that it can be done is over at Coronado Springs. It is a massive splurge to do it here, and everyone we've talked to has been raving about the club level here. Yeah. They said the lounge is amazing, the service is spectacular, they will get you anything you ask for. We asked for Mickey ice cream sandwiches last night, we got them. So it's just like the service is a step above, which is part of like the value of this. But if you are looking to experience club level in Disney World and a splurge isn't exactly feasible for you, that Coronado Springs club level option could even be cheaper than staying in a deluxe resort, and you could still get club level.
One thing we have talked about is the Disney dining plan recently returned at the beginning of this year.
And you can watch a really great video about it that Emma
Full
did.
guide up on the channel. But we were talking about it, and of course this is at the cheapest time at Coronado, but $150, that's for everyone in your room. So assuming you can get 2+ people in your room, basically if you're gonna pay for the table service dining plan, it's roughly $94 per person per night. I think you'd break even. You'd get more money. Of course, you don't have as many options. You only get to go to the lounge. But the quality of food we had today, I think, is better than some of the quick services I've had in the parks, which is a part of that table service option.
Yeah.
I think if you are looking to really do a true staycation, or you're looking to explore a resort more rather than focus on the parks, I think it's worth it even more if you think about it in that sense as well.
I think so too. That's the kind of thing that, as someone who's gone to Disney World a bunch, even just booking club level for a night or two, if maybe your whole trip you stay in a more reasonable rated room, and then you're
splurge on your pool day.
Yeah, splurge on your pool day in the middle of your trip, book 1 night of club level, 2 nights of club level, just a little splurge, and then only eat on those lounges on those days. That could be a great way to cool down on your trip, experience this kind of more luxury offering, and still honestly probably spend about the same amount of money if you're looking at Coronado Springs specifically. At the other hotels, the deluxes, I think it's hard to justify club level from a pricing standpoint unless that kind of splurge is something that you're able to do. It's just hard. I would never say, if you're considering it a splurge, that you should do club level, because though it is really spectacular, it's really, really expensive.
Yeah. Even if we did our staycations, it would be a very nice splurge for us to do that.
We literally talked about splitting between both of us 1 room at Coronado Springs for 1 night is the kind of thing that we would be looking at. So it is a feasible option, which is amazing, which I did not think coming into this. It's just that it's still a splurge. The other thing I want to know is if kind of what we've experienced with the lounge is interesting to you. If you're I would love the idea of saving money by eating at the hotel complimentary food, then you might want to look into the Drury Inn and Suites in the Disney Springs area. This is a relatively new hotel. I've done a full tour on the channel. The Drury Inn serves full hot breakfast, more breakfast than you get here.
With Mickey waffles.
And a full hot dinner. They say it's a light dinner. It is not a light dinner. It was much more than this. Chicken, potatoes, salad, tons. And you get 3 alcoholic drinks, I think. I can't remember exactly, but you get alcohol as well at the Drury. It was the food quality was not as high as the Innkeepers Club, but it was a very similar type of offering to the Innkeepers Club, and it's included in your standard stay at the Drury, which is cheaper than a club level room at Coronado Springs. So if you're that kind of experience sounds nice, but I just can't afford it, check out the Drury Inn. A full tour on the channel. You can go look at it right now and learn about all those offerings. But it's definitely interesting that they basically offer a club level kind of experience at the base. Basically, the 2 main perks of club level are that lounge, which we have absolutely loved. We've spent so much time in there. You literally can pour your own glass of wine, and there's unlimited anything you want.
It's just nice. And they were playing Disney movies all night. We were not the only ones who sat in there just watching the movies and having a glass of wine. It was
great, and you can bring anything you want back to your room. The other major perk, which I think we can't gloss over, is the personalized service. The level of hospitality that you receive as a club level guest. I mean, you saw that we got multiple thank you and welcome cards when we got here. Saltwater taffy. Every time we go anywhere, the sweet cast members are ready to go the extra mile for us. I mean, it's even when people ask me what I need, I'm always oh, I'm fine. Yeah. Even when I say that, they come up with something that would make my stay better and do it for me. Yeah. It is, Disney service is obviously a cut above. It's kind of the thing. Club level is a cut above that by far. The service has been amazing. I know the names of all the cast members, and we were here for 1 night. Yeah. That is something that I do feel is a big, that's something that I would want to experience if I never had. And I think that's why 1 night at club level could be fun, is to feel that service, get access to that lounge.
Treated well.
Yeah, just have a little nice little indulgent splurge. Yeah, we loved it. We've had a great time. I would never pay for this room personally. I could not justify it unless I won the lottery. But it's a delight. And if this is the kind of thing that is within your budget, absolutely we recommend. It's
Yeah.
been spectacular.
Or if you're just hanging out with us because you wanted to see it, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah,
with us.
thanks
We
for
really
hanging out
enjoyed
with
it.
us. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe.
Now go check out the full tour of Disney's Boardwalk Inn. We will see you there.
See you there.
Bye.
Well, welcome to the humble abode